Good afternoon, everyone. This is Creedmoor with the Bullish Bears, and today we're going to start our series of videos on lower indicators. Today we're going to be going over the MACD, or Moving Average Convergence Divergence. Now, when you see me post charts and everything, this is that series of little dots and everything you see at the bottom, but we're going to hop over that. Quick overview of what the MACD is. It's the way I use it. Like I've said before, I'm primarily a scalper, but it can help you in seeing strength and weakness within a ticker, and it works on everything from the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the hour, and even out to the day chart and beyond, because it uses both let's say the day chart. It will use a moving average of the 12-day and 26 combined, and then that algorithm is tracked along with the 9 EMA. But let's go over to the chart. Now, everyone loves seeing all these colorful charts, except for the people who don't. So, boom. There you go. AMD. Good old faithful. So, I'm gonna take off all the other indicators and everything, but to start with, whenever you see my charts posted, right here, MACD histogram. Now there are a different series of MACDs just depending on how you like to look at them. I prefer the MACD histogram specifically, as I kind of like to use the light red, dark red, light green, dark green as a go, no-go gauge. For the people that don't know what a go, no-go gauge is, it essentially assists you in seeing that more momentum is coming into the ticker, more trades are coming into the ticker, and overall sentiment is changing at that point in time. Now this is on the 1 minute chart. So what this will use is a 12-minute and a 26-minute crossing over a 9-minute line. Now I'll bring that up in a second. So here we go. Let's clear the studies. So remove all studies. Yep. Boom. Blank chart. Now the way you get to the MACD, come here to studies, add study. Look right here for, oh, well, I was going to say it's John Carter, but it's not. It should be under momentum. Yep, there is MACD with prices. And here's all the other MACDs. You have a standard MACD, MACD histogram, and MACD with 2 lines. Now, I'm going to bring up the standard MACD and the MACD histogram, primarily since those are the ones I use. So let's bring in a MACD. And it has a histogram under it as well, so we'll just go ahead and use that to simplify things. Okay. So this light blue line right here, well, let's just bring up the edit. You can see here 12, 26, and 9. So now correlating with our color system, the light blue line here is a combination of the fast length and slow length. Our fast length, or time period that it uses on a 1 minute chart, is 12 minutes. The slow length is 26 minutes. Now the tan or gray tan line, whatever color you'd like to really call that, that is measured on a 9. That is essentially a 9 EMA line. So what you can see here is that we have this information of the 12 and 6 moving averages going up and over the 9 moving average. What does this signal? Well, you can see it right here. When it crosses, it gives us a buy signal. Let's bring this over. Let's see, that is aftermarket of today. We'll go right here. There we go. This is a good one. This is right as, if you remember, Dan was, he had this chart. He had AMD charted out, and he had a specific algorithm he was using that he had put together to see about a breakout, and it was about to work, but it's still downtrend and an uptrend. So I know he's still working on it. I've got faith in him, so we'll see how it all works out. All right, but let's get back to the MACD. So let's use this time period right here, 12:45. We see a downtrend here at 12:36, and that correlates along with the MACD here. Now you see small candles, and then you see large candles here, and that's how much of everything is coming in, both buy and sell. As you see, the larger uptrend here correlates with the larger candles. Larger downtrend correlates larger downtrend candles. Right here, a quote-unquote tweezer bottom. It's not exactly a tweezer bottom, but it shows you that there is a reversal happening. How do we know a reversal is happening? Well, first, we can see here that we have different volume coming in, more buying coming in, and then you see the green candlesticks here, very basic stuff. On the MACD histogram itself, we have gone from a lighter red, a bright red, which correlates to a strong downtrend, to a dark red. This dark red, and or whatever color you choose later on, but I recommend as you're learning to use the MACD to stay with the standard color, and you know, it just helps you work around the chart. I mean, if you got to change it for your background and everything, there you go. Anyway, you see this change here to the dark, and then right here we see that the 1226 has crossed over the 9. Now, when the 1226 crosses over the 9 on an uptrend, that is a buy signal. We can see that that correlates to a strong uptrend here. Now, we have an indecision candle here, and then we see a downtrend. How is this downtrend represented on the histogram? Dark green. Boom. We got that. Dark green, dark green, dark green, dark green. And as you see here at the very, well, not the very bottom, but people who are trading just off of the MACD might go for a right in here. And you can see that the 1226 has crossed down over the 9, which is a sell signal. And from that time period over to the next buy signal right in this area, you see that you have all of this price action going downward. Now, I highly recommend for people to use more than one indicator and to honestly use the MACD as a sort of, like I said, go, no go, and or a checking what you already think. Price action is the #1 thing to look for, in my opinion, when you're trading a ticker intraday. And if you're trading it on a long-term scale as well. Price action is key to everything. Volatility and price action. That's what you want. This here just helps you reinforce what you're seeing. You can see it again right here on this set. We have a large downtrend from the dark greens all the way to the reds. Then a dark red signaling an uptrend about to start. We see the 1226 going over the 9, and these green candles start to form. And then we've got a lot of choppiness here, which, depending on how you have things set up, you know, could have you stopped out. But, you know, you see these two big red candles here, and those are 1-minute candles. So in 2 minutes, we had a drop from 32.45 to 32.30, 15 cents. Now, yes, that is represented here on the MACD, but look at the time of day. Not a lot of people are in. If you're not paying close attention to this here, you could miss that and get stopped out. But in retrospect, had you bought exactly at the bottom of the candle at this buy signal, which would have been this third candle here, because you like to wait for either the close of this candle or the start of this candle. So at 32.31, coming back over here and looking, yes, you do have a very large downtrend here, but you do not have a sell signal. The next sell signal that you would have if you only traded the MACD, which I don't recommend doing, but if you did, would be right here. So let's say this candle ended and you sold at the top of this candle at 32.41. Got in here at 32.31 and sold at 32.41. You would still be 10 cents into the money there. So you can see how it can be used to plan a longer trade. But let's be honest here. If that candle had dropped a solid 30 cents, it would have represented on the MACD and it would have showed a very sharp downtrend, and you'd have been stopped out. But, that's just one way you can use the MACD histogram to plan your trades, to confirm what you're already thinking. It's, like I said, it's a lower indicator. It indicates things that you're already seeing with price action and volatility. It just puts it into a different picture, allowing you to see the expressions of the chart in a different format. Some people need that. Some people don't even like it. Some people hate oscillators. But it's just, it's different people's preference. So I hope this has helped some. If you have any questions, feel free, once again, as always, to PM me, to send me an email, or just ask for my help in the chat room, or ask any of the mods. A lot of them know a lot about the MACD as well. Again, one last time, to find the MACD, go to Studies, Add Study, and Momentum Studies. The first one here has a MACD histogram, and a MACD 2 line. The second set here, MACD with prices, and just click on MACD with prices. You can see everything here. Bada boom, bada bang. Alright, this has been Creedmoor with the Bullish Bears. Once again, if you have any questions, message me, and remember that your trades are in the history. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.